Okay, I look like hot mess express over here. Don't have the best makeup skills. And Texas is not working in my favor when it comes to good hair any day. First off, it's hot as heck here in July, so I do not want to be under that blow dryer. So we're going all natural, look at a little lioness, but I thought maybe if I'm gonna be on camera, I better put the little hat on and look a little more presentable for you guys. So, welcome back to the Angie Method channel. I am so glad you ladies are here. And I'm kind of excited about today's topic. You know, it was actually a thing that was just floating around in my head while I was doing my lift today. Good job! I was getting my upper body done, getting my flex going on, and I was like, should I eat before my workout or should I wait till I'm done? And right now, it is about 1:30 p.m. I started my workout at 12:30. And you know what question I get a lot? How important is meal timing around your workout? So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna cover that topic today since I was already thinking about food around my workout. And is it really important if you time when you eat and what you eat, or does it not really matter at all? Okay, so first question I would ask, what is your ultimate goal with your workout and with your nutrition combined? And so if you are someone who is looking to put on muscle, so looking to change your body composition with strength training, I'm gonna share with you like best tips and tricks, like the best method to organize your food around that. But if you're just getting into the gym to get an endorphin rush or to get a dopamine hit, to get your heart rate up, to burn as many calories as you want, like honestly, it doesn't really matter when you eat, before or after. Like meal timing is so far down on the chain when it comes to actually changing your body composition. So know what your goal is first with your exercise and with your food. Okay, number two. Now that you know your goal, and I, for the sake of this video, am gonna say most people's goal with exercise is to put on more muscle, to look like a leaner, athletic, more shredded version of themselves. They don't wanna just put the work in and then still kind of just look exactly the same. So if your goal is to put on muscle, which most people, that's why they're doing resistance training, then we can talk about the food, the nutrition, the meal timing. But let's talk about a pyramid. I want you to envision that. What's the most important thing to move the needle when it comes to your nutrient timing or your food and the workout? It's still calories in, calories out. When you eat around workout time doesn't really matter. It's personal preference, because if you don't know how much you're eating first, probably not gonna get to where you wanna be anyway. So let's pretend the goal is to put on more muscle. You can do that in a calorie deficit. So if you are looking to lose weight right now, to drop some body fat, you're eating less than you burn in a day, right? Calories in, calories out. We gotta eat less than we burn to actually burn body fat. You can still build muscle, especially if you're just starting out with weight training. Even better for you, you're gonna get newbie gains. So you still wanna strength train in a way that's going to promote muscle growth, okay? So no matter if you're eating for fat loss or if you're eating at maintenance, that means you're eating the same amount that you burn in a day. The calories in match the calories out. Or if you're eating in a surplus, maybe you've heard that word where people are bulking and it can kind of scare women because they don't want to look bulky. Basically, all that means is they're eating above their maintenance amount, the amount that they would realistically eat to stay the same weight, to have enough calories to promote more muscle growth, okay? So first, you know what you're eating for. So you have to, at the bottom of the pyramid, the most important thing, the foundation of it is knowing the amount of calories you're consuming for your actual goal. So you know that. What's the next most important thing when it comes to nutrients around your workout? It's protein, right? So people are like, oh, you know, should I go high carb, low carb, high fat, low fat? It doesn't really matter. It's personal preference. What needs to happen after you know your calorie intake, number two, is the protein amount. So no matter if you're eating less, if you're eating at the same amount, if you're eating above, your protein can pretty much stay the same in all those different phases. I always recommend eating 1 gram per 1 pound of your current body weight or your goal body weight. That's a good place to start. And the only other thing I recommend as far as like protein goes, do you need to have it 30 minutes before your workout, or you're not gonna recover enough, because when you're actually weightlifting, you're breaking your muscle tissue down, right? You're forcing your body to adapt, and then the anabolic stage, when you're actually building muscle, happens after that. Do you have to eat protein before? Do you have to eat it 20 minutes after? Not really. Like 15 years ago, like back in like the bro world, they were really focusing on it, but a lot of stuff shows it's just the overall amount that's most important to get the most gains in the gym. So know how much you need to eat first, and then like, okay, do you need to eat before? Do you need to eat after? How much time? Again, it's personal preference. What I would say is I have found that a lot of women struggle to get the amount of protein in that is optimal for recovery and for muscle growth. So I would say spacing it out across the day is making it a lot easier for women to hit that amount. So it just might happen that it falls an hour before your workout, or 30 minutes or an hour after. So I would just look at your day and what makes the most sense to get that amount in, and try to stay within like 25 to 40 grams of protein per meal, and you're gonna hit that amount. So nutrient timing around the workout, does it really matter? Not really. It's calories and then it's protein intake. So what happens as I climb up the pyramid? What's number 3? Number 3, that's where the carbs and the fats fall into place, because remember, all of your calories that you consume in a day are made up from these macronutrients. When you hear us talk about macros, those are macro meaning large. It's the bulk of where your calories come from in a day. So protein, carbs, and fat all equate to those calories. Your micronutrients, your vitamins and your minerals, make up a lot less calories from the day. And so you know your protein, and 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. So you can kind of figure out the math on that of what it would go towards your total amount of calories. Then you choose carbs and fats, again, based on personal preference. And I would say though, make sure you have a decent amount of carbs if you are strength training or if you are working out, because you do need that for energy. It's your body's main preferred source of energy. So if you're looking to get stronger in the gym and perform more, you're gonna need carbs available in order to do that. And so don't skip out on the carbohydrates. They're not making us fat. They're not making us gain weight. They're making us get stronger in the gym. And as long as you know how much you're consuming and it aligns with your total amount for the day, you're A-okay. And then the same with fat. Maybe you prefer fattier sources, right? Avocados, nuts, oils, different proteins with higher fat. Just pick and choose from there. But calories, protein, fill in with the rest. Then we're getting up to nutrient timing and supplements. But if you don't have the first 3 dialed in, we gotta stop majoring in the minors. So many people think like, oh, if I just eat protein and carbs 30 minutes before workout, and then I do it 30 minutes after, like that's gonna get me the result I want. If you don't have the other stuff dialed in, and if you're not consistent on executing those like on autopilot, I would start there, and then you can get a little bit more into the nitty gritty. Okay, so do I nutrient timing? Heck no, I don't have time for that in my day. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, I have coached fitness and nutrition for over 10 years, and I have been training myself for over 15. I have never done nutrient timing. And I still have all the muscle and all the results that I want because I focus on the basics, and I do the basics really, really well. So don't get hung up with the little tiny things that really aren't gonna move the needle anyway. If you wanna work out before your workout because it works for you and you're someone who needs some type of fuel being calorie from food to get in your system so you feel more powerful in your workouts, awesome. If you're someone who's waking up at 5:30 in the morning and you don't want to eat protein and carbohydrates before your workout because you have plenty of fuel in you from the night before, don't worry about it. If you're not working out till like maybe it's like mid-afternoon, like 2 or 3, or maybe it's the evening, yeah, you're probably gonna want some fuel in you so you feel like you can go into that workout and give it like the most bang for its buck with a little bit of energy from food, great. So if that's you and you're picking and choosing when you wanna eat because you know how your body best performs, then I would say, hey, 30 minutes to an hour plus pre-workout, if you know you're someone who needs to eat, that would be an ideal time to get a protein and a carbohydrate source in you. Remember, your protein is gonna be the building block of muscle, so if you can eat that before, you can start your recovery process after your workout sooner. And again, the carbohydrates are all about the energy source that's gonna get you through that workout. As far as post-workout, again, you wanna focus on having protein and carbohydrates. Your body is using a lot of carbs during that workout, so it's a great time to replenish them post-workout. And again, your body is breaking down muscle tissue. And so the amino acids from protein is the source we wanna get in quicker to help that recovery process along. But does it have to be 20 minutes, 30 minutes? Nope, it could be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It's just fitting it in what works for you in your day, in your structure, and how you can actually just do it over and over again. That's what matters most. Nutrient timing does not. So did I eat before my workout today and it was 12:30 p.m.? Well, I did end up having a protein bar at about 10:30 because I start the day super early on this particular work day at about 4:30, 5 a.m. So by that point, I'm kind of hungry. And I know if I just have a little bit in me, it just kind of helps me show up more powerful for my workout. And then now it's about, I don't know, 1:45. I'm probably gonna push for another 45 minutes to an hour. So it'll end up being a little bit over an hour for my post-workout meal, which I've got low calories right now because I'm doing some physique stuff. So I'm gonna go with like a spinach salad with some strawberries and a bunch of chicken. So I'm gonna get my carbohydrates from my spinach and my strawberries. I will have the protein from the chicken, and then I'm gonna follow that up with some rice cakes and some PB Fit for a little extra carb and protein. And so to answer the big question, when should I eat? Pre-workout, post-workout, it really doesn't matter. First, figure out what is your goal with your workout. Then figure out, once you know your goal with your workout, how does your nutrition align with that? And are you focusing on what's most important, which is how many calories you're consuming to match that ultimate goal? Are you getting enough protein in? And are you filling it in the rest with carbohydrates and fats? And that's it. So I hope you liked today's episode. I hope that gave you some clarity. At the end of the day, you gotta do what works for you because it's the only plan that's gonna be sustainable and the one that's gonna excite you. If you get too hung up with all these minor details, I call it paralysis by analysis. It's too much information coming in and we do not know how to filter it to make sure that the program that you're on works best for you. So, you know what? If you liked today's episode, give me a thumbs up. All right, I would love to see the likes. Drop a comment below. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell for notifications for future questions answering both nutrition and fitness. All right, I will chat soon.